So I don't know what it is, Cancer, but it's like I'm hearing, I want your love, baby. You got me twisted over you. There's someone, something, some project that you're working on that this is like the twist in the story. This is the unforeseen twist. Okay. Dun dun dun. Bam. Wham. Okay. This is a boom moment on a worldwide planetary Earth level. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is that moment that you kind of foresee coming. I'm hearing Jack Harlow, Warsaw. It's that David Bowie moment where, you know, that peacock flare, like the flare gun, you just saw it coming off the island. Like you realize there's a survivor down there, so you're about to like navigate the plane down and try to see who that is. Who is that? It's Horton Hears a Who, but it's like on a planetary level. What did I just say? So if you were investigating, I don't know why this is coming out. I think it's because of the card that's sticking out underneath it. This card really wants to be out here too. It's almost like you sniffed something out. You know what's going on. You've sussed it. Okay. This birth of an idea, of a nation, of a people is a race of humankind. It's a species that's attempting to be kind to humans. That's what's been discovered by at least one side of the equation. I don't know how, aliens feel about our planet, but I think they would probably see us as fit subjects for the most part. For the most part, to either be nourished or eradicated. But we definitely have the ability to hold life on this planet, to maintain evolutionary standards. We know how to climb that ladder. We also know how to ascend when we want to. And if it's like twisted, because you got me twisted over you, then it's either spiraling up or spiraling down, which kind of looks like DNA strands that are just being pulled from thin air. It's like a star was located right where those circles are, the two circles. So it's interstellar time travel, yes. It's almost like having that discovery being something that you're able to identify. Like, what if in a different life I was able to walk, but it was after death? And in this lifetime, I'm mentally twisted. So there's a DNA strand that's twisted into this death link star thing. It's like the Death Star. I feel like you're like in the Death Star watching Earth, planet Earth, realize that they're completely surrounded. That's kind of the viewpoint that is I'm seeing this out of. It's looking out of the window of the Death Star. Nobody can get near you. Nobody knows what you are. So they're kind of terrified of you. But by the same token, they really want to try it. Oh, they want to try it so bad. They want to live in your skin, quite literally. But their lips are sealed because of this like fear factor. It is not the X factor. It is the fear factor that keeps them from moving towards you. Okay? And it's the fear factor that keeps us from moving towards them. We're afraid the ship is going to fall apart. We're afraid we're going to get there. And then once we get there, we won't be able in a habitable zone. We're afraid the ship is going to fall apart. We won't be in a habitable zone. And then all of a sudden, we're going to meet a species of unfriendly kind, which is not so far-fetched because look at us. Sometimes we're not really that friendly to our, well, let's just use offspring as an example. What on earth do you think you're doing? Trying to wear someone else's skin. Now that's some skinwalker behavior. Yeah, it's like finding a tasty little morsel on this, like you found a who on the end of a dandelion seed pod. You know, the nice little fluffy pods, the furry ones, or little seeds outside. Anyway, you got to blow it in order to make it spread. It's called germination. So you're watching the planet Earth realize that there is something living on the moon. That's certain. How do you know these things? Well, my cerebellum keeps telling me that, and when that bell keeps alarmingly going off, it's the same pattern. It's pattern recognition of genetic DNA sequences and where they're coming from. It's watching from a bubble, a different bubble than this Earth. This is a planet that this viewpoint is from a planet that might be looking at the Earth, realize that the moon is being observed by like the dark night, right? And that's all coming from Earth or world, since it's War of the Worlds, Warsaw. Since that's a different world than ours, we would never be aware that there's another planet that already knew about the Black Knight because those came from the same place, maybe. Or maybe it's even farther a reach. Maybe you got to stretch even farther than that. You got a really stretchy skin mentally to either climb or descend as quickly as possibly, evolutionarily accelerant, build quickly, be a red ant. That is literally the genetic reproduction and hive mind that many very successful civilizations of species have used to dominate the face of an Earth, a planet, a world that we are maybe not introduced to quite yet. Who knows? If you've ever watched Doctor Who, this is also a really good reference to that. It's a doctor who has a vessel that is able to take him wherever through time and space that he would like to go instantaneously. It's all the information that happened for real in that time frame. Maybe a speech that was made or a monumental event like JFK shooting. Or Columbine. They're mile marker events that have been clipped onto our DNA. It's an emotional reaction that imprints itself upon specific strands as they're unwoven, untwisted, or woven together. It's a journey. It says there are journeys that turn into legends. Are you going to be on a journey, or are you going to be a legend? The journey is forward. The legend is back there. It can be both at the same time, but you've got to be open-minded enough to understand that you can't make the assumption that everyone's from this third rock planet, Earth, that we are experiencing. It's like a Scientologist's dream right here. That's what it is right here. It's the creation of up and down, back and forth, space, floating in space. It's a space-time continuum. Oh, all these just fell out in succession. Oh my gosh, yeah, someone's about to have a baby for real. All of these are flipped, you know, wrong side up, except for this, and it fell right on top of the baby. Yep, brilliant thinking from above. It's like there's a method behind the madness. We don't know what the Black Knight is. It's a floating ship that probably NASA and ISS are the only one that has really witnessed it hovering anywhere. It's like a pixel that was like clipped in there. It's the ultimate merger. See what I'm talking about? That I think humans are starting to realize that they've never been alone. It's going to be shocking, but it's going to be undeniable. There's definitely, this is the 10 of Cups, by the way. This is maximum happiness for you and me. The Cancer, you're going to like cover this on a level, it's like having a viral moment, but viral in like, it's like there were blackouts all over the city. And then all of a sudden, 10 months later, there's like babies being born left and right. That literally does happen. If you look at Freakonomics, it happens because when people are bored, they don't have anything to do. Maybe there's like a COVID outbreak or something. Yeah, you're stuck in the house. You can't really be exposing yourself or your children to anything that's coming from outside, above, anywhere, right? So you extra expose yourself to each other. And in that moment, you were seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, God saw all that. So he's like, oh, this is a great opportunity to just sprinkle my seeds, become a planted root, take a spore that's just floating around in the atmosphere and rain it down on the planet. All these souls, all these extra souls I have that have been specifically encoded to do a very specific job, classified, really, being declassified, mostly because it's simply time. That many people want to try it. When I'm pretty sure Bruce Almighty was listening to all of those prayers, realizing that it's actually really stressful to be psychic, or like everyone always says, you know, I would Mel Gibson movie, What Women Want. By the time that he's done, he's going freaking crazy until he learns how to run his ability. Now, we were talking about the fitness level of the planet. That's the innovation. This is the order and chaos that are coupled with this planet being run in a very specific way. It's knowing that there's a green belt and where it is in trajectory to your house, to your home, to where you're living. So it doesn't actually say you've got to be a specific species either. It's like the dollar bill. It says, in God we trust. They didn't say which God. Did I do that? That's what I mean. You know what I mean? It's really like if you're from Kenya, are you really, I mean, like, does that mean that we have barbed wire around that, they've already experienced things like we've experienced prohibition, abolition, or civil war, distress, right? Well, when you look at different problems that different countries have had, then I can think of different cultures and how many problems we have on the face of our own planet, let alone interplanetarily. That's a 24/7 job. So we all have a different job, and it doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Some just have more of a grid. There's some dark matter sprinkled, peppered throughout the entire experience that has to be decipherable on this end in order for things to connect, you and me. Has to make sense. This alphanumeric coding has to jive and collaborate with or without each other. And this must make sense, or else it's just a whole bunch of Carl Sagan jargon that nobody understands. That genetic DNA sequence, why would that be codable? Right? So if there's something with you, Cancer, where you're like rapidly translating this, and there's something about this information that you're like, dang, it really is coming from above. This is really coming from above. And it's being run maybe from a location that is unbeknownst to you. Maybe not. Maybe you just haven't tried it on in a while, or maybe it's faux. Not like fee fi fo fum, but maybe a different size than you. Or not when you order something offline and it's like a beautiful vase, right? But you forgot to look at the fact that it was for a dollhouse. So you were planning an actual vase, or some centerpiece on the mantle, like I don't want to say an urn, but just a vase is fine. A vase is fine. You get the vase and it's like this big, right? And it isn't that you're mad. It does look like the vase that you ordered, and it was ridiculously cheap, which is why you ordered it, but it wasn't actually what you were looking for. That's okay. You can unclip that and be like, you know what? Next time I'm paying attention to dimension. If I have too many mentions or too few mentions, I don't like it. So therefore I am my own best competition and my own best critic. Like that's the level of self-reflection that earthling human people are about to realize or have a tower moment. That's that boom. It's a shock. It's a wow factor. It's yeah, this is coming out in the reverse. That's what I mean about mapping things out. I don't know why I just put that back into this deck, but that crossword that we were just saying here, look what's right there at the very top. Building blocks. What was I telling you about building quickly as an aunt, as an uncle? You can build how you want, but there's also this supernatural arrival that is going to come in contact with the world has already done so multiple times, has visited the planet, projected information, map systems, mental mapping. It's very one in a million. Has linked together for you these two separate, or what appears to be separate, visions of perspective, angles, viewpoints. Yours, mine, me, myself, and I. That's at least 3 different perspectives from one vessel. Sorry, I sometimes don't really know how to verbalize every part of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this is just cosmic information download. Point blank, period. Having said that, I'm going to use the Galaxy deck to get an exit reading for you, Cancer. The galaxy is explaining the galaxy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's that level of scrutiny from your cellular structure all the way. If you pull back, like zoom out, then this is the big picture. This is the arm that's reaching towards you right now. If you felt something like brush your back, that's probably what it was. Productivity. This is no longer supply and demand. I think that you should probably there's something about that you should probably look into. Yeah, look, I'm scrutiny. It's those 2 rings that I was just pointing out here in the sky.